What's going on? What's going on, America? Role model here. Definitely want to make a quick video here. This quick video. I just got into the house. Had a lot of meetings today. It's been a good day. TGIF. Everybody in Motor Club of America and MCA understands what that means. You know, it's payday. Friday is the payday. Let me share with you one of the perks of working for yourself. Working out of your home, home-based business, not having to go be out commuting to work, having to fight the traffic, and where I am in San Antonio, in Texas, aka I call it the Alamo, uh, we have a lot of construction around because of the weather and the storms and different things of that nature. So it's a lot of construction. So you're going to be fighting traffic, to and fro, going where you're going. Let me share with you all. Let's take a walk with me, real quick walk with me. Share with you all what we're avoiding, being that we're working, out of our home. Look at that. Y'all see that? Look at all this nice, beautiful, beautiful rain. All that rain. Look at that. All that rain. So, to each his own, but I'd rather be working from home, not having to worry about all those weather conditions. Let me plug you up right here, get this all set up. So, the purpose of my video today is I want to discuss with you all, just have a little chat with you all. Take this off. Have a chat with you all today. Pretty much about, just dealing in a situation of just why it's paramount to work from home, and not only that, the opportunity that MCA has. But I also want to put out in the video as well something that a lot of people don't talk about. So I'm just having a discussion with you all. A lot of things people don't speak on when they're getting people, a new person, to discuss the opportunity of MCA, Motor Club of America, what we have, for the new person. So this video today, this is for the newbie. This is for you. If you're newly in MCA, if you don't have someone that's a coach to you, a mentor, a role model, so to speak, right? Hopefully I can share some information with you, and indirectly it can help you to understand more paramount, to expound upon not only why it's a good opportunity, MCA, to get involved in. For just $39.95, you're having your own home-based franchise, working from home, working from your mobile phone, like I'm using to shoot this video for you right now. But also, number two, why the benefits are more paramount than even a regular 9-to-5 job in corporate America, so to speak. Okay? Because you're getting 50% off your medical, 50% off of your dental, 50% off your eyewear, okay, and eye exams, and a plethora of other benefits as well. 50% off rental cars, 25 to 50% off rental cars, sometimes, but I think around 10 to 15% off hotels, discounts depending. So you're getting a lot of benefits outside of the unlimited emergency roadside assistance. Like y'all, I know y'all saw that weather out there. That weather is really, really gruesome. It's very toilsome for someone who's traveling back and forth, to and fro. A lot of accidents happen. A lot of these things can be prevented if you work from home, from your phone. So the first thing I want to talk about for the new person, you just signed up, right? You paid your $39.95 with whoever showed you about the opportunity. Okay, anybody that joins the MCA is a member. We all have the same benefits, the same services, things of this nature, depending upon the plan that you have. The $19.95 plan a month, called the Total Security Package, you pay first and last month to join. So you did that already, okay? Now you're ready to go. You're going to get your account set up with your back office. That's your username, your password. You're going to get your little link, your referral code. That's what that is. That's the link that allows people to go to your custom website Everybody's website is the same. It's the tvcmatrix.com / whatever you put there. You can put whatever you want, your username. Some people starts off by default with some numbers, but you can log in, change that to what you want it to be, so people can see you. You could change your picture. You could change the little quote by your picture. All this is on your website. Okay. What I want to talk about is what a lot of people don't talk about in videos, and I'm gonna keep this short and brief. Okay. We all know marketing is very key. Okay. You want to have some kind of marketing material, like now hiring, as you can see, branding yourself. That's number one. Make sure you brand yourself, okay? Definitely. Earn a paycheck every Friday working from home, okay? Home agents need it now, of course, right? Brand yourself with an 800 number, with your website. You can go to www.godaddy.com, get you a website. Have that website, then you can on the phone do this with the GoDaddy representative, okay? Have that representative point your website to your tvcmatrix.com website. Or just get a domain all by itself, like mine, motorclubforlife.com, as you can see it here on the t-shirt, motorclubforlife.com, okay? That's for your website. So far as an 800 number, you want to be professional. Mine is 1-800-808-0272, as you can see again on the shirt, as you can see on the brochure, on the information, okay? You want to have that 800 number. Now, if you go through freedomvoice.com, so freedom and then voice, like your voice, freedomvoice.com, they have a great program. I love them. I've been using them for a while. They've been helping me tremendously, because not only do you get a package where you get a lot of good minutes, but your 800 number, it can be forwarded to whatever phone that you have, and then it records the calls for you, so you can use that for compliance, whether it's training purposes, whether if it's litigations that you need it for in case something went bad on the call. You can have that recording. That's a good thing. It records the call once the call is over, once you pick up that call when someone dials that 800 number, and it forwards to your phone. Also, you can set customization for your ringtone, the whole music. You can set it customized for your voicemail, as I've done with mine, okay? On top of that, it's free. The first 30 days they give you for free. So they give you a trial offer. Then after that is usually $20 to $30 a month, depending. Mine is around 28 to 29, right below 30. But it depends. I have the bells and whistles with mine. You don't have to have that. You could start off $20 a month for your 800 number, but your first 30 days is free. You can't beat it. Now, with that being said, let me get to the main point of the video to wrap it up. You want to understand this one thing. To have a home business or a home-based business is very, very, very lucrative, okay? You get to work from home. You don't have to deal with glass ceilings, discrimination, okay? Whether you're a minority or gender or whatever may have you, okay? There's no salary cap. There's no ceilings on how much you can make. You can make much as you want to make, all right? You also have the freedom. You can work when you want, how you want. You can work with whoever you want. If you want to do a husband-wife thing or a spouse thing or mate, have a partner, an assistant, however you want to have it. With some other things. You also have the training and the support that you get, because MCA helps you. They give you all the marketing tools. All of these things I received from MCA. Okay? Everything was from MCA. I didn't have to, even though you purchase some things, because as time goes on, you're going to get better tools, better resources. But from the gate, MCA gives you a lot for free. It's in your back office. When you join, you get this. You get the training. You get all of these documents. And there's some documents I'm going to show you right now that you get that's for free. But one of the number one things I want people to understand, I'm going to get close when I say this, is very important. When you have a home-based business, you got to think how much you pay for that business, okay? You're paying $40 to become a member of a $1 million, multi-million-dollar company. And they take care of so much for you. The overhead. There's no taxes receivable, no taxes accountable, no taxes, accounts receivable, accounts payable. You don't have to deal with any kind of employees, any kind of what they call products or inventory, things of that nature. You don't deal with any of that. You don't have to deal with the real estate for the actual business. MCA is taking care of all of this. TVC Matrix, Motor Club of America, they took care of all that for you. All you have to do is advertise. That's it. Promote. Tell other people what you have, and as they get interested, you make a commission. You paid your $40 to join. After you paid your $40 to join, you pay your $20 every month to keep those benefits. It's no different than a job, on the other hand. At a job, every 2 weeks, you are the one that's paying for benefits, whether it's Obamacare, whether it's Medicare, whether whatever HMO or PPO you got to deal with for your dental, medical, things of that nature. It's going to be more than $20 a month for all those benefits that you have at your job, at that 9 to 5. That's what we're saying with MCA is a great opportunity, because you can have your own home-based business. No boss. You are the boss. Okay? So you call the shots. You are the boss. And on top of that, you got all those benefits and services and things that you need at that nature that reward you for $20 a month. But here's the thing. An average business in America, per Eric Worre, okay, he talks about this a lot, the average in network marketing, direct sales, just having a business for yourself. We're talking about corporate America, like a regular business, to get it up and running, brick and mortar. You're talking about $50,000 plus, $60,000 on up to the $100,000, sometimes the millions, like a McDonald's, any kind of franchise like that. To pay into that, that's how much money you're going to have to put up, ladies and gentlemen. MCA is giving you the opportunity to not only get the training, okay, depending on who referred you, who's your sponsor, all right. I give a lot of training for free because I want everybody to be successful, okay. But at the end of the day, not just my team, but anybody, I give a lot of training because I want you to know how to do this the correct way. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. No different than the Bible says. There's a correct way to divide the word of truth and a wrong way to divide the word of truth, okay. And that's in Timothy. Study to show yourself approved, right? Rightfully dividing the word of truth. There's a right and a wrong way. Well, same with this business. There's a right and a wrong way to do it. Everybody advertises, promotes differently. What I'm saying is just to get started, you need to know that depending on what state you're in, you're going to have a business license you got to pay for. Now, some states are free. Okay, where I retired to, Arizona, there is no state license. But where I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, there is a state license. Now, once you pay your $40 to join MCA, the state license is what you have to pay for. You send it in via money order to MCA, or you call them on the phone and they could take the payment. They could take the actual license fee. The license fee is not for MCA. We want to make sure we get that clear, okay? The license fee, depending on your state, is what your state is charging for you to be able to sell the memberships in MCA, to refer other people to the company and then sell, to have a business in that state, okay, through MCA. That's what they're charging you for, and you pay it through MCA for that license, okay? Now, I put up, they give you the link to know all the states and what it costs from A to Z, every state. Once you join, your sponsor or whoever referred you to the company, they're going to break that down for you, or they should. If you don't, get in touch with me, connect with me, contact me. Okay, my email is mymotorclub4life@gmail.com. Again, mymotorclub4life@gmail.com. I'm going to put it in the description below. Okay, and when you click the more button, you'll see the description below, and you can see my email. I'll let you know if your state needs a license or not. Because it's not just $40 to join if your state needs a license. If you want to join and do this as a business, okay, you have to pay the license fee before you can start getting commissions, okay? And we pay weekly. Every Friday is payday. Like today is Friday. September 2nd is payday, okay? Every Friday is payday in MCA. But they will hold your commission until you take care of that license, because that license has to be taken care of first, okay? That lets it be known that you can actually sell the memberships, refer the memberships in your state, all right? So here's some states, if you can see this, that are free, okay? They don't charge a license, so let's go over them right here so you can see it. We have, this is the whole United States of America, all right? We have Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Colorado, Arizona, Alaska. Those are all free, okay? We have North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, and then we get down here, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana. Okay, and definitely prayers go out to Louisiana because I know they're dealing with some hardships over there right now. But these are the states that are free. If your state was not called, and you can rewind this over and over, okay, so that you can, repetition is definitely good. Being repetitive and having repetition is how things remain constant in here. Is how you retain information, do repetition. But rewind this video if you didn't, if I said those too fast. But these are the states. Take a snapshot of it, everybody. These are the states that are for free. Can you see that? All right. These are the states that are for free. Okay. If your state is not on here, then you need to pay the actual cost for your state license. Some states is different. Now, I'm in Texas. So I'm going to show you. This is what it looks like when you join, and you'll see. If you want to do this for the business, I highlighted it so you can see. You see? And this is where you would send it to. Your actual money. It's $10 to have a state license in Texas. That's to be able to do the MCA business. $10 in Texas. This is in addition to the $39.95 you pay to join. Now, I don't know why a lot of people don't put this in videos, but I'm putting it out here for free so people can know, because I have a lot of people asking me about this. You want to be honest and have integrity from the gate with people, okay? This is what you pay before you can get commission. So say if you just join MCA. As soon as you join MCA, you have like 3 people you share this with. And 3 people are wanting to do it. Great. Excellent job. That's 80, 80, 80. You made $80 times 3 people, which is $240. Really, you just took care of your whole year of paying $20 a month and with them 3 people that join, right? But here's the thing. Your state has a license fee and you didn't do anything about it. You didn't know about it. You had your all the rest of the documents taken care of, okay? Because just so you know, not to digress, but when you first join MCA, you as a newbie, you have to fill out a W-9. As you can see, I highlighted it so you can see it. This is your W-9. Okay, you fill that out, all right? And you have your independent associates agreement. This is what you print out and sign. This is sort of like your rules, policies, procedures between MCA, TVC, marketing, okay, and MCA, and yourself as the associate. Here's the part you would fill out right here, and here's your sponsor information right here. Usually their name and number should be right in there, all right? You fill that out. It shows you the rules and procedures. But those documents, you turn them in. Now, the main document is your state license. As you can see, this is what it asks you. You see that? Automobile Club Agent Application Renewal. So, this is a new application. Motor Club for Life, Motor Club for America, is in there. And you have this information to fill out. Once you fill out this information and you sign the bottom, that is what your state license looks like. You fill it out, send it in to right here again to MCA. And once you send it in, it's the $10 fee. As you can see, it shows right there, $10. That's for Texas. And then you're good to go. All right. So I don't want to make this too long. I know it's 20 minutes, but it's good and powerful information. I want everybody to understand that there's not a lot of videos out there talking about this. You have to understand this, okay? When you weigh it out, I know some states that are close to $200 for the license. You got to pay that before you can get any commission weekly or monthly from MCA, okay? Las Vegas, Nevada, where I was born and raised, is one. California is another one. It's a really, really big fee. But think about this now. Let's just ponder this. Let's kick this around a little bit. We just talked about, I just spoke to you about earlier that in some states, or not some states, some aspects, to have your own business is more than $50,000 to start. That's just to get it acquired. We ain't talking about the real estate, the employees, the advertising, the marketing, everything you got to do to get it off the ground and running. What would be easier, to pay the $40 plus whatever the $200, the $10 for Texas, or whatever fee it would be, or to pay that serious $50,000 to $60,000? Makes sense, right? It's a no-brainer. So make sure you understand that. When you treat this like a business, it'll pay you like a business. It will reward you as a business. But the people that don't treat it that way, that's why they're not seeing the great results. They're not seeing their harvest, and they're not reaping what they're sowing. You have to sow in order to reap. But before you can even do any sowing, before you can do any sharing, you got to understand that you pay your membership to join, which is $40. That's for your first and last month. And then after that, you have to look at, does your state have a state license fee? If it does, you have to pay that first before you can get commissions. Now, if you're a customer, you just using the benefits and the services, okay? This doesn't apply to you, all right? But if you want to make money with MCA, weekly, everybody you tell about this, you get $80 to $90 per person. When their people tell somebody, you get $6 per person of all those people. And whenever those people's people, third, fourth, fifth generation ongoing, you get 66 cents every single time they pay their bill. Every time they pay their monthly membership costs. That's residual, okay? It's not the matrix. This is just called overrides. The $6.66 that you get weekly and monthly, that's overrides. That's the people that you have brought in, and they're continuing to bring other people in. You get money off of that, okay? That's why this is a home-based business. It falls under a network marketing aspect, but it's direct sales. But it does also have a compensation that gives you passive income as well when you work it like that. Of course, you got to have, there's other requirements that you have. Get in touch with your sponsor. They can tell you about that, or email me and I'll tell you the requirements you got to have. I made a SoundCloud video when I had a call with a TVC MCA actual associate over the phone. And she broke down everything dealing with the compensation plan. So you can look that up on SoundCloud. I'll put the link in below. It was TVC MCA commission call is what it's called. And it breaks down everything. This was her explaining it on the phone, and I recorded it. So, hope this was helpful. Remember, find out when you join MCA, do you need to have a state license that you need to pay that fee for or not? Okay, if you're in Arizona, Florida, like the ones that I showed you on this little chart, if you're in these states, you do not need to have a fee. You don't have to worry about it. Once you pay your $40, you're good to go. Let's just start getting that training so you can know what to say to people, how to do it. Because remember, this is your own business. And like any other business, this is not a 9 to 5. This is not an employer you're working for. So the training is not like that. You might have been programmed and learned all your life to work a job, to work for somebody else, to help build their dream. Now you're building your own dream. You're building your own destiny. You're making your own fate. Okay? So you can make as much as you want to make. 5-figure, 6-figure monthly income. Doesn't matter. Makes no matter. It makes no mind. If you want to make that amount of money, you can. It's just about your effort. How much are you willing to give, and how grand are you? Are you willing? How jubileous are you in helping somebody else? Is it such a rejoiceful jubilee feeling you have wanting to help others? Because this is a service that everybody needs, and we are hiring always for referral agents, sales associates, people that want to share this and make a lot of money. Okay? And they're helping a lot of motorists out there. Like with that weather out there is really icky. In a lot of areas, the weather is really bad. Knowing that you got the comfort of having not only the benefits and services, but you have all of that emergency roadside assistance that's unlimited, can't beat it. So sorry to make this so long. Hope that it was helpful. Again, make sure when you join, you know what state that you in, if it has a state license or not, if it's free or if it's not free. But that is what you have to pay before you can start getting weekly pay. All right. Hope this was helpful. This is the role model. Peace. God bless. And always remember, stay obsessed with success and always too blessed to be stressed. One love.